Hey everybody, Craig Silfen here from the Feedback Society, and today we're doing a special video to talk about a cool local film project. It's a horror short film called The Druid's Hand, and you can check them out on Kickstarter. They've got a ton of community support so far, and they reached their original goal on Kickstarter, but making films ain't cheap, and they can use any help they get with things like post-production costs. So there's a ton of great merch and rewards available for supporting the project, and we'll talk more about that. But I want to introduce the main players of The Druid's Hand. So we have director and co-writer Mitch Oliver. Just give a wave there, Mitch. Mitch is host of the horror movie podcast, The Terror Table, and a member of the Saskatoon Fantastic Film Festival's programming committee. And we have co-writer and producer Jesse Sawitsky. Jesse's an artist, a teacher, and a member of the Saskatoon-based punk rock band Swayze with a great name. And Mitch's sister, Tara Oliver-Weiman, is a project manager and has experience on all sides of the creative process as an artist, production manager, and administrator. And I think you're filling a lot of those roles on the film there, right, Tara?
You bet.
Cool. So why don't we start out with just, without giving me too much information, I'm trying to not know as much as I can about this so that when I sit down to watch it in the theater, I don't know all the details, but what's the film about? Anybody?
Okay,
you take it.
Okay, so essentially, The Druid's Hand is about two main characters named Peter and Cole. Peter is a town priest of a small, close-knit community, and he believes that he has the ability to detect dark forces amongst the people living around the area. And it's a short film, so we are cramming in quite a bit here, but basically the two of them are on a mission to destroy the remnants of a failed ritualistic sacrifice, and they are simply having the worst day of their lives.
So Mitch, again, without spoiling anything, are there any influences, people, movies that you've really done a deep dive into as you write and shoot the film?
Yeah, definitely. I know when Jesse and I decided to start doing this and to create this film, we were watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre religiously, the original, and the idea, a big part of the idea came from one of my personal biggest fears in A Nightmare on Elm Street. So there's going to be kind of a little bit of a homage to something in that. But then as of recently, there's movies like The Autopsy of Jane Doe that really stood out to us, and we really liked that film. And but above all, we're trying to make this a scary, tense horror movie, but we're kind of presenting it in the lens of something along the lines of Blue Ruin, which is a revenge thriller that we really, really love. Yeah,
that's a great movie. So Jesse, why are you guys doing this? And how did it all get going? How did you all get on the same page and decide we should do this?
Yeah, I guess it probably started about 7 months ago or so, throughout COVID and stuff. Like everybody else, me and Mitch hadn't really seen each other in a while, and, things started kind of getting a little bit more relaxed, and we were hanging out a bit more often. And Mitch was telling me some plans that he had about moving to Vancouver and kind of trying to start off a new career in the film industry there. And he brought up to me about how he had some ideas about wanting to make a film here in Saskatchewan before he kind of packed up and moved away. And I was instantly just like, hey, well, dude, my family has a farm. I live in this small town, and we have access to all, a bunch of creepy old buildings and stuff. I had kind of been brainstorming some kind of horror-based story ideas for some music videos for my band and stuff too. And it was just pretty much immediately, we just began brainstorming a whole bunch of ideas. And over the next couple of months after that, it just kind of kept on building and building and building. And it kind of started off where it was going to be us two just doing it with next to no budget. And then we started talking to more people. We got Tara involved. And then it just kind of spiraled off from there. And here we are now with running this Kickstarter, and we're going to be shooting in about 3 weeks.
Nice. So how long have you two known each other?
We've known each other. Go ahead.
We've known each other for about 12 years here, going on 13. It would have been when I was fresh out of high school, and I guess Jesse was as well. And we got to know each other through the punk, hardcore, and metal scene here. We both played in different bands, but it's kind of like we clicked almost instantly, and we started hanging out, and it's been nonstop ever since, for better or worse.
Nice. So I'm going to ask Tara a couple questions here, but first I want to say, Mitch, sweetie, fix your collar. Your collar is sticking up a little.
Oh, God, thank you, Craig.
I know you're very punk, but the collar should stay proper.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so Tara, one thing that I think is really cool about this is it's not just like you said, a film that's being made in Saskatchewan and everything, but there's like a ton of Saskatchewan connections. So can you kind of run through some of those for me?
Absolutely. Yeah, so first, our star, Mitch Clark, is a Saskatoon-born MMA professional and professional wrestler. He's going to obviously be our star. And who we have Dylan Hershek from Versa Films, who is going to be our director of cinematography and filming the entire production. We have Scott Hamilton, who is the
film programmer.
Yeah, he's the programmer at the Broadway Theater, and he's also a Juno Award nominee for his bands. And he's writing a completely original score for this film, so that's pretty cool. We have, of course, the three of us, and then a bunch of really talented folks like our FX and makeup designer Ksenia, and Laura Crossman, who is a
props
designer,
and set decorator.
Yeah, designer. And so like I could talk for way too long about all the Saskatchewan hands that are going to have their mark.
I think that's awesome, because I used to shoot a lot of music videos and stuff like that years ago for Much Music and CMT and stuff. And oftentimes we had a Saskatchewan crew we used, but we'd have to bring in a DP from Toronto or wherever to really get that talent. And it's great that you guys can utilize that. So why, this is really open to anybody, but like, why was that important to you? Like, did you set out with that mandate even, or did that just sort of fall in place?
For me, it was, as Jesse had mentioned, that I'm getting ready to leave the province to pursue a career in film. And the reason I'm doing that and not able to stay here is because our industry is virtually extinct right now. But my goal is to be able to go out to Vancouver and secure some funding for productions and bring them back to Saskatchewan, because we have so many incredible filmmakers here. So many talented people on all sides of the creative process of film. And I selfishly kind of wanted to use this as a chance to collaborate with some people that I've always looked up to and I've always admired from afar. And I just thought it'd be really cool to be able to get a band together, create something with a bang, and see where it takes us.
Cool. So the Kickstarter was obviously really successful and it's still going. Tara, like where are we at right now with the Kickstarter? And I think it's like, it's just for July, right? Like the campaign ends in August?
Yeah, campaign ends, I believe, right at July...
August 4th.
Yeah. August 4th. And yeah, we were blown away by the response to it right off the bat, and reached our goal within 30 hours. And of course, when you're planning production, or if you've ever planned a large event, more budget, the better. So the more budget we can cram in, the more people we can get involved. And we've managed to get the eyes of some really cool collaborators that have come on board as of recently. And just the more we can pour into it, the more people we can get involved essentially.
Right.
And so the more they can do.
Yeah.
Like we have Ksenia Pitskalny, our makeup artist. We reached out to her because she has an incredible catalog of art that she's done on body art, and seeing how she's bringing our vision together already, it's just the possibilities for what she's going to be able to do with a little bit of extra cash is unreal.
Probably the easiest way to find the Kickstarter is to just find the Druid's Hand on your social media of choice, I would say, and find the link to the Kickstarter rather than rattling off a long Kickstarter ////. So what's the ultimate plan? I know there's like a screening plan, like there's going to be some shooting, then obviously you got to do post-production. Is there a date set for that screening, and what's the deal with it?
No, so right now we don't have any set date. So we are filming the short film from August 12th to 15th here, which is coming up very, very quick. And then it's going directly into post-production there. We have our friend and full-time editor in Vancouver, Jason Hamill, who actually is originally from Moose Jaw, so that's one more connection to our hometown here as well. He's going to be taking on the bulk of the post-production work and the editing, and we have a few other people involved with post-production sound design and all that fun stuff. So right now, even on our Kickstarter, we are selling tickets to the premiere, but I think it is important, we hope people, will just, keep patient, be patient with us and just, stay tuned for more updates. Basically once, the editing process starts, we should get a better idea of exactly when this film will be finished. And then we'll be, in contact with Scott and the rest of the crew at the Broadway Theater and get that date set. So
nice. I can't wait to hear what Scott comes up with. So maybe each one of you really quickly, starting with Tara, like, how are you going to measure the success of this project?
That's an interesting question. I think I will measure the success of this project by how happy everybody is leaving set on that fourth day and feeling that we've really, poured everything that we can into it, and that we've, put everything on film and then let the experts do their work. And I think there's something that happens with productions where the team gets really bonded, and you make lifelong friendships working on projects like this. So I think when we wrap on that fourth day and everybody is still smiling and nobody has assaulted each other, and Mitch and Jesse and I are all still friends, success.
Nice. Jesse?
Like right now, I almost feel like the project is already kind of kicking off to be successful. Obviously right now we feel like the pressure is, really on us though too, to make sure that we can actually deliver, this finished product that we essentially are promising all of the backers from our Kickstarter here, just because, we're currently sitting at just over $13,000, and we're, just over halfway through the campaign. And, when this thing initially started, we thought people might think people might have thought we were crazy for even asking for $9,000. And, 30 hours later, we hit that, and it just kept on going up from there. So, like to us already, it's already surpassed any expectations that we had. And from here, it's also just giving us so much more motivation to just keep on going and to make this thing as big as it can be and the best it can be. So we're just super excited to get it rolling.
Nice. Well said. Mitch, how are you going to measure the success of this project?
I already consider it a success because of the things that Jesse and Tara already mentioned. But in terms of the actual film, I want everybody who worked on this to be proud of it and to proudly have their name presented as a part of this project that really was thrown together over after a pandemic. Like, this is going to be kicking off our creative lifestyles again by showing Saskatchewan and like what we're able to do here and what these people are capable of doing, and bringing this story to the screen. We are choosing to do a very ambitious little short film, but I just want to leave an impression on someone. I want people to feel scared even just a couple times. And I think that we're really setting ourselves up for success already on all those fronts, but fingers crossed.
Nice. Well, I think it's awesome. I'm really proud of you guys, and I can't wait to see it. So thanks so much. We'll keep you updated, and you can go to the Druid's Hand on social media to stay updated, as well as to find out more about the Kickstarter if you want to go support the project. Mitch Oliver, Jesse Sawitsky, Tara Oliver-Weiman, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you, Craig.